Italian officials are now calling for retired and private sector doctors to help with the crisis. This as citizens there made this video to warn the rest of the world of what's to come if they don't quarantine. Take a look.
Virus e sono altrettanto certa del fatto che tu stia prendendo sotto gamba la cosa.
Vediamo immagini dalla Francia, dagli Stati Uniti preoccupanti di persone che stanno prendendo sotto gamba la cosa. È un problema più serio di quello che gran parte del mondo crede.
In questo mondo non ci sei solo tu.
Stai a casa.
Potrei riposare, leggere, guardare film, serie TV, suonare la chitarra, anzi imparare a suonare la chitarra perché non sei capace.
E stai tranquilla che finirà presto.
But now, as the death toll rises, the country is bracing for some difficult decisions. Maggie Rulli is in London with more.
Tonight, Italy staggering as the virus rages. 475 more deaths in 24 hours, the most in a single day. The death toll approaching China's, but Italy with just a fraction of the population. New video inside an ICU unit in the hardest hit part of Italy shows doctors fighting a relentless battle, working endless hours. One physician confiding, there are so many patients, there is no time for tears. A governor warning that soon they will not be able to help new victims of the virus amid an acute shortage of equipment. The rates of infection are being watched closely by the White House's coronavirus task force.
We're very interested in the curves in Italy because of their different approach, and we're following every single country's curves.
Italy's different approach is a tougher nationwide crackdown on public life than in the U.S. 8,000 people have already been cited in just one day for breaking the rules, and violations can result in jail time. And a warning for the United States. Italian filmmakers spreading the message of act now through an emotional video that shows quarantined Italians sharing what they would have told themselves to prepare 10 days ago.
Sta per succedere un casino pazzesco e sono altrettanto certa del fatto che tu stia prendendo sotto gamba la cosa.
Stay at home.
And Maggie Rulli joins us now from London, where our bureau there has been rather vacant. But Maggie, the crisis unfolding in Italy serves certainly as a warning to the rest of the world. What changes are you seeing in the UK right now?
You know, many criticize the UK for sort of being slow to start tackling this virus, but it seems like this week they're really cracking down. They even announced the closures of schools starting next week across the country. But we also had new media reports today of the possibility of the so-called shielding plan for the city of London. Now, Lindsay, this would essentially lock us in here in London, contain this city from the rest of the country. The government has expressed growing concern over the fact that the cases in London are growing exponentially. They have the most and fastest growing number of cases of anywhere in the UK. So there's reports of this plan to, like it says, shield the city from the rest of the country. But Lindsay, I should note the government has not confirmed these plans, but it does seem like right now all options are on the table, and something we're seeing across Europe and around the world, that all of these measures that seem unfathomable, seem almost impossible, are now starting to happen.
Right. You just hit the nail on the head. So much of this scenario seems like we could have never thought it up just a few months or weeks ago. What can you tell us about Americans who may be stuck now in travel purgatory?
Well, this is interesting because it seems like this was the big story earlier last week, that Americans traveling, trying to get home. But there are still Americans abroad. And we know the government issued that sort of unprecedented warning telling all Americans to not go abroad, to reconsider their travel overseas. But some have continued to travel. ABC's talked to a couple couples, one in Peru, one in Morocco, and they say they may not be able to get back to the United States. And while we have seen those emergency evacuation flights in the past from places like Wuhan and from Japan, the U.S. government is now saying, please do not rely on the government to evacuate you from these countries. This is no longer our responsibility. We're giving you this warning. Yes, we will do our best to help you, but at this point, this is a worldwide crisis. And if you travel overseas, you might be on your own.
All right, Maggie Rulli, thank you for that report.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.